Hello, creative kiddos. Welcome back to another fun fall-themed project. This one is from Kandinsky. It's not a cool name. I think it is. And playing on his name, Kandinsky, I decided to create a candy apple project. Like candy, Kandinsky, get it? And this is what I came up with. And it's super fun because I don't know if you know, but right now is apple season. So this just made me think of apple orchards and fall and pumpkins and all the fun fall things. So what you're gonna need is all the little project materials in your kit and a little bit of creative inspiration. Here we go. All right, are you ready to start? We're gonna start with our apple template. And you're gonna have two options here. One of them I thought you might just like because it might be something you can use later with another project. One of them is probably the way you've always done things. So what you're gonna do is you can either use your scissors and cut out this apple. Make sure you cut it out pretty well because if you choose to cut it out, then you're gonna use it to trace it into all 6 squares on your cardstock. So if you wanna cut it out, you just cut it out and trace around it. But I'm going to teach you a different technique today. You're going to need your pencil and your template, and you're not going to cut it out. What you're going to do is you're going to go around your apple, and you're going to push pretty hard with your pencil. And you're going to make sure that you put pencil everywhere you want to transfer onto your paper. So you just want to go ahead and follow the lines of your template. This. Push pretty hard. Don't forget that part. The harder you push, the better the transfer you're going to make. And this is cool, like if you wanted to transfer like a cool saying, if you found something on Pinterest or the internet or a picture and you didn't want to cut it out and trace it, and it might be too hard to do that, you can just go over it with pencil. And then what we're going to do is flip it over and transfer it. We may have some future projects where I do this again. I think it's a pretty cool technique. Okay, just make sure you pressed hard and you filled in your whole template, because wherever you put pencil, you'll see it when we do our next step, which is why I like this. All right. All right, I'm gonna take my template and I'm gonna use a little tape just because I'm trying to record this and use my hands. So you don't need the tape. You'll just use your hand to hold down your template and then use your other hand to scribble. But I am going to tape my apple down just like that in my first square, my top left square. And I'm gonna take my pencil and get ready to use those muscles. Are you ready? Okay, you're going to push really hard and you're going to scribble, 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 all the way around your template. Push hard and scribble. And you can see, if you look really closely, you can see the template that you drew on the other side coming through. That's how you know you're scribbling in the right spot. Keep scribbling, scribble, scribble. Okie dokie. Think I got it all. All right, now comes the fun part, the reveal. You're gonna lift your template off. Voila! You have an apple in your upper left corner. So guess what you're gonna do? You have 6 squares on your paper. You're gonna do that same technique for all 6 squares. And you probably won't even need to retrace your apple, but if you start to see that your image doesn't come through as well when you scratch it like that, when you scribble on the back, then you can retrace your apple on the front and go for it again. So go ahead and do all 6 of your squares. Alrighty. All 6 of my apples, I can see them in the boxes. And I didn't even have to retrace the beginning. So, now you're ready for the next step. For the next step, I'm gonna use my permanent black marker and I'm gonna trace over all 6 of my apples so I can see them really, really well for the step after this. So go ahead and trace all 6 of them. Ta-da! 6 beautiful black apples. And we're ready for the next phase of our project. Okay, for the next step, you're gonna need your crayons. And this is one of my very, very favorite techniques in art. So I'm gonna share it with you. And you don't even have to keep it a secret. You can share it with your friends. It's just fun. So you're gonna grab whatever color crayons you want. My favorite thing to use is a white crayon, but you won't be able to see the white crayon. So white crayon is my favorite, but I won't use white crayon on all the apples because you won't be able to see it on the video. But you're gonna take a crayon, whatever color you want, and you're gonna do different patterns on each of your 6 apples. What you choose is entirely up to you. Polka dots, stripes, zigzags, chevron, swirlies, whatever you wanna do. So go ahead and add your patterns. I'm gonna do a polka dot. You can even write words inside your apple if you want. I'll do one of those so you can see what it looks like. This one I'm gonna do polka dots. This one I'm gonna do stripes. Don't forget to push pretty hard when you do this. Your crayon is gonna resist your watercolor in the next step. So you wanna push hard enough that it'll keep your crayon on there, but watercolor right over it. I'm going to do some swirlies on this one. Hopefully you can see that pretty well on the camera. In this one, I'm gonna write the word art, because I love art and pretty much anything crafty. I'm gonna do some stripes the other way on this one. gonna do a little chevron on this last apple, just because. Okay, 6 apples, 6 different patterns. Now you want to grab your water and your watercolors. It is time to do your last step. Paint. There's my water. There's my watercolors. I like to keep a paper towel next to me when I'm watercoloring just so I can dab my paintbrush between colors. You don't have to if you don't want to. And this project is super fun because you can blend as much as you want or as little as you want with your watercolors. So remember, with watercolors, lots of water, lots of paint. The more paint you use, the less water, the darker your colors will be. The more water and less paint, the lighter your colors will be. So here is what you're going to do. For each of your apples, you're going to paint 3 different colors. So let me show you the first one. You're going to do 3 circles of color because Kandinsky was known for concentric circles. So this is how you're going to do concentric circles. You're going to just paint with one color a circle around your apple. And you can see in some areas that crayon's already popping through. You'll see it better as we add the next color. So that's color number 1. You're going to do 3 colors inside each apple. Colors totally up to you. Whatever you like, do it. They blend together, even better. You may even create a new color. You could give it a name. So here we go. My second color. I'm doing a circle inside my apple. And I'm going to do one more color when I finish this one. I'm going to do yellow. And I don't know if you know, but yellow mixed with blue makes green. So I'd bet we might create a green inside this apple if they mix together enough. Feel free to experiment with the colors you use and have fun with it. And there you go. 1 apple, 3 colors. You're going to do that with all 6 of your apples. You go ahead and pick the colors you want, paint away, and have fun. Okay, you can see 6 apples, 6 patterns, 6 different color combinations. Okay, at this point, you have 2 options. You can either use your green crayon to color in all of the leaves of your apples if you would like them to stay green when you watercolor the outside of each apple, or you can leave them just the way they are and watercolor right over them with whatever color you choose to paint each box. I like my leaves to stay green, so I'm going to go ahead and color them green. It is totally up to you. I am doing me, you are doing you. If you don't want them green, they don't have to be green. There is no bad art and no rules. Just have fun with it and love what you're doing. Okay, mine are all green. So now what I want you to do is look at your apples. And for each square on the outside of your apple, I want you to choose a color that you did not use on the inside of your apple. And go ahead and paint the entire square one color that is not inside your apple. So for this first one, I had pink, blue, and yellow. I think I'm going to paint the first square orange so you can see what I mean. You're going to just paint the rest of the square with that really pretty orange color. See how it makes your apple just pop right off the page? I love it. You already had your colors pop off with the Crayon Resist. Now the whole apple is popping off the page. And you can paint right over your leaf. It'll stay green. If you left it white, it will turn the color that you choose to paint the square. Either way, it's going to look amazing. So that's what you're going to do for each of your squares. You're going to choose a color not inside your apple and paint away on the outside. Go ahead and paint. Yay! Look at all that big, bold color. Kandinsky was known for all of his color. I hope you all had fun today. I hope you played a little bit with color mixing. Red and yellow make orange. Yellow and blue make green. Red and blue make purple. I hope you played with all of those things, maybe even created a color of your own. And thank you for joining me for a little creative inspiration today. Bye, kiddos. See you next time.